minutes in order to fix this problem. So I'm gonna get out and come back to this class again in order to
Okay.
fix the. So please just give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
This may be mean you're going to rejoin us. So join in again, okay? Because I'm gonna shut down this class. Hello. Can you hear me now, guys? Hello. Are you there? Can you hear me? Hello again.
Yes, yes, mister, we can hear you.
Yes, good. So let's finish this presentation. This is a new vocabulary for our selection, house taking over. I told you the meaning of these words, so please concentrate because I've got a worksheet for covered them in the next slides. The word spacious means strange and frightening. The word unvoiced, not spoken out, loud or exposed. Obscure means not well known. Recessed means remote or setback. Vestibule is the entrance room, and muffled is difficult to hear. So, the next slide. If a room can accurately described as spacious, which of the following must be true? Well, this is based on the meaning of the word spacious. Can you tell me what's the meaning of this word? Just like, if you don't know, just let me show you the last slide again with the meanings of these words. Spacious. What does this word mean? It's large, roomy, vast. So if is if the room is spacious, I'm sorry. So the room must be beautiful. People must feel hot in the room. Many people must be able to fit in the room. The room must be filled with light. Again, guys, spacious means what? Vast, very large. If the room is very large, so what? The room must be beautiful. I don't think every spacious room is beautiful. I don't think so. Could be beautiful, could be not. Could be ugly, it could be. So forget about A. B. People must feel hot in the room. If the room is large, so how could people feel hot in this room? I don't know. Could feel cold in the winter. So it doesn't make sense. If we say the room must be filled with light, It's not necessary if the room is so large to fill it with light because we may be during the day hours, so we don't need lights in it. So we still have C. Many people must be fit to fit. Many people must be able to fit in the room. Yes, it's vast. It's very large. So a lot of people or many people could fit in it. That's right. So according to the meaning of the word spacious, the correct answer in here is going to be what? Hello. If we still have a problem, let me know, please. We are recording, but I cannot get your voices. So,
What, sir?
yes, I'm asking you about the correct answer in here. Should it be A, B, C, or D?
Uh, C.
That's right. Well, this question is based on the meaning of the word spacious. If the room is spacious, so many people must be able to fit in the room. Next slide. In which of the following circumstances would a person's voice most likely be muffled? To remind you the meaning of the word muffled, it's difficult to hear. So, in which of the following circumstances would a person's voice most likely be muffled? Muffled, I can't hear it. So, if it's gonna be A, if the person were singing in a concert. B, if the person were speaking calmly to a friend. C, if the person were wearing a scarf over his or her mouth. D, if the person were making an announcement over a loudspeaker.
Mister,
Yes.
this worksheet or book?
Worksheet.
Well,
Worksheet.
yes, this is a part of the worksheet, but it targets the vocabulary. So
Okay.
let's not start the worksheet right now. Let's finish this presentation first.
Okay. The answer
Well,
is
I
C.
told you the meaning of the word muffled means what? Difficult to hear because something
Yeah.
curbs his voice. So which one applies to
C.
the meaning of this word? Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the last presentation, the last slide of the presentation, which of the following things would most likely be described as uh, obscure? A rare book, a popular blog, daily newspaper, familiar magazine. Obscure, you said before, it's not well known.
A rare book.
That's right. Thank you.
A.
So let's move to the worksheets. Number one, which of the following words best describes the mood or overall feeling established in house taken over? Well, the word that describes the mood is violent, creepy, depressed, lonely.
Creepy, creepy.
Yes, that's right. It's creepy because the word creepy means strange and frightening. And the mood in here is strange and frightening. So creepy is the correct answer. Question number two. At the beginning of House Taken Over, how do the narrator and his sister Irene spend most of their days? Choose two options: sleeping, knitting, shopping, cleaning, harvesting, harvesting crops, or visiting with friends.
Shopping and visiting with friends.
You think so? Shopping? They said nothing about shopping. They are aristocrat people, so they may send their servants to shop for them. I don't think shopping was mentioned in the selection. If you get back to the text again, you're gonna find Irene knitting during the day, and her brother is holding a book, reading French literature, and both doing something, both clean the house.
So cleaning and visiting with friends.
They didn't mention anything about friends in this selection actually. Maybe in the fall of the House of Asher, we've got the narrator is a visitor. So in House Taken Over, we don't have anything about the friends in here. Or they may call them for help if they have friends, while strangers
Cleaning and
invaded their house. Harvesting crops, they are not farmers, they are aristocrats, though it's not suitable to say they were harvesting crops. So what? Sleeping?
knitting
No.
and cleaning.
Yes, Irene was knitting, and her brother, the narrator, was what? Both were cleaning. She was knitting. Her brother was reading books. We don't have reading books in here. We just have knitting and cleaning. So take both, please. Knitting and cleaning. Question number 3. In-house taking over. What do the narrator and his sister do when the bag section of the house is taken over? A. They sell the house and move away. B. They call the police and file a report. C. They move into the other part of the house. D. They open the gate and clear out the other rooms.
C.
C. C for cat. Yes. They move into the other part of the house. Okay. They lock the door behind them and the strangers. That's right. In House Taken Over, which of the following details most clearly suggest that the narrator and his sister are nervous and afraid? Choose two options. A. They intentionally stop thinking. B. They occupy themselves by cleaning. C. They prefer to spend time in their rooms. D. They often cannot fall asleep and have trouble sleeping peacefully. E. They collect French literature and reorder their father's stamp collection. You've got to choose two options. Well, guys, when you are so scared, what are you are supposed to do? Can you think? Can you sleep?
Yes.
Mr. I think A and DOE.
And what?
A
Yes,
and
when you are yes, yes, when you are nervous and afraid, you've got you're going to stuck in your place. You cannot move. You cannot think. You cannot sleep. This is what happens when you are panicked. So the correct answer must be they intentionally stop thinking, and they often cannot fall asleep. So A and D are the correct answers. 5. We answered this vocabulary again, 5, 6, and 7. So I guess it's so easy for you right now to answer them. If a room can be accurately described as spacious, each of the following must be true. The room must be beautiful. People must feel hot in the room. Many people must be able to fit in the room. The room must be filled with light.
C. Many people must be
Yes,
able to find the room.
great. I'm going to clap to you. Perfect. That's my boy. Number six. In which of the following circumstances would a person's voice most likely be muffled? If the person were singing in a concert, if the person were speaking calmly to a friend, if the person were wearing a scarf over his or her mouth, if the person were making an announcement over a loudspeaker.
Is C.
Yes,
Of the person.
the person were wearing a scarf over his or her mouth. Yes, something curbs his voice. It's the scarf. It could be.
Yeah.
So, question number seven. Which of the following things would most likely be described as obscure? A rare book, a popular blog, a daily newspaper, a familiar magazine.
A. A rare book.
That's right. Yes, a rare book. Question number eight. The following question has two parts. Answer part A first, then part B. Part A. What can you infer about the brother and sister's economic status in house taking over? They have few possessions. They rely on friends to support them. They take in boarders to earn extra money. They have enough money to live comfortably. So, what do you think? They are, we said before, they are aristocrats, right?
See, they have extra money.
Yes, they have money enough to live comfortably. So it's gonna be D. Right. What supports this from part B? We've got some excerpts. We've got some quotations from the text that supports this claim. Would it be it was pleasant to take lunch and commune with great hollow, silent house? One day I found that the drawer at the bottom of the chiffonier, replete with mothballs, was filled with shovels, white, green, lilac. We did not have to earn our living. There was plenty coming in from the funds each month, even piling up. So money here piles up because they are many. Before they spend them, another money comes to them. So the money here pile up. So that's why it's saying that um,
So it's C.
even pile up. Yes, that's right. Number
Mr.
nine,
Part B, what, Mr.?
about BC.
Okay.
Read the following excerpt from House Taken Over. I went down to the kitchen, heated the kettle, and when I got back with the tray of meat, I told Irene I had to shut the door to the passage. They have taken over the back part. After reading this excerpt, how would you describe the narrator's reaction after the back section of the house is taken over? A. He's noticeably angry. He is surprisingly calm. He is confused by the strange events. He is distressed to lose half of their home. After the narrator watched the strangers inside their home, he was what? He was shocked, he was angry, he was scared, he was what? Distressed, confused. What you can see in here, he just shut the door between him and his and the strangers, and he did nothing. As usual, he started to clean the house, started to read the
noticeably
books.
angry.
Mhm. He was not angry. We didn't see that on this character. I told you what he have done is just he shut the door between them and the strangers, and he started to read his books again. So what? He was
Um,
surprised, but at the same time,
surprisingly calm.
yes, he was surprised and calm. This is what happened. If he was angry, he should have shouted, quarreled, or fought with the strangers, but he did nothing. So he was calm. Read the following quotation from near the end of House Taken Over. We had what we had on. I remember 15,000 pesos in the wardrobe in my bedroom. Too late now. He's talking about money in his bedroom. They can't take this money and escape from the house. But the problem is his bedroom right now is under the control of the strangers. That's why he cannot get to his bedroom and get the money. What does this detail suggest about the force or creature that has invaded the house of the narrator and his sister? A. It's greedy and wants to steal everything it can find in their luxurious home. B. It's interested only in people who are rich or greedy. C. It's powerful, so they distract its attention by leaving items behind. D. It's terrifying enough to make them forget valuable possession. So, what do you think?
I think A.
It's greedy and wants it's greedy and wants to steal everything it can find in their luxurious home. Well, we are talking about the strangers in here, how they are. All the details we have about the strangers, they were terrifying the hero and the heroine.
It is powerful.
Well, they are powerful. We don't know. Did they have weapons? We don't know anything about the strangers. Just they are revolutions. So the revolutionaries are here just to kick the owners of the house out of it. So we didn't say that they are powerful. We don't know they are powerful or no. We don't know that they are there to steal everything. It's a revolution. So maybe it's not the problem of stealing. They are there because of this, because of it. So all we know, they are terrifying enough to make them forget about their positions. Okay, what makes
Okay, 10D.
yes, what makes the narrator and his sister escape? They were terrified. What makes them never think of getting their possessions of their money, the Bezos, from the house before escaping? This is because they were terrified. If they came back to the pod, which is now under control of the strangers, they may get killed or they may get hurt. So what happens is they are terrified, and the strangers are terrifying enough to make the owner of the house forget their valued possessions. They took no jewels. They took no jewels, no money, nothing at all from the house. They escaped their lives. That's all. So let it be the correct answer. Well, in the following question has two parts, A and B. A, which option is the best statement of one of the main ideas in House Taken Over? Each time people avoid confronting their fear, they lose a little more of themselves until finally they have lost everything. B, people who live in large homes lose track of how much space they have. The space becomes meaningless and soon no longer needed at all. See, some people have many belongings and do not seem to care, but when they lose everything, they realize how important those belongings were to them. D. People who do not build relationships with outsiders will regret this decision, because eventually they will need the support of others and it will be too late. The main idea of the house taking over. This is what we are asking for. The main idea. What do you think, guys? Well, the central idea in here is it's an advice from the author that each time people avoid confronting their fear, each time you fail to face your fears, you lose little of yourself until finally you lose everything. So the advice of the author in here is to face your fears, because if you not do this, at last you don't have anything to lose, because you are going to lose everything in your life, even your life itself. You're going to lose your life, everything. So the central idea in here is A. This is what we're asking for. If you are searching for something supports this, read the I had to shut the door to the passage. So in here, he lost maybe half of his house, so he has to shut the door of the passage in order to curb the strangers at this point. They have taken over the back part. In that case, she said, picking up her needles again, we will have to live on this side. So simply they sit back, they did nothing, they just shut the door, and she started again to knit in her brother to read, and nothing happens. So they didn't face the strangers, they didn't face their. Maybe the problem is it's a ghost. It's not revolutionaries as we think. Maybe it's just a ghost. So we have to make it fight and get out of the house. We are not getting out of our houses, but the strangers or the spirits is going to get out, just in case we face them. But as the hero and the heroine here did, they didn't do anything. They just shut the doors. So, guys, we're about to we ran out of our time, so we just have 2 minutes. Let's be in a hurry. What happens in House Taken Over that demonstrates most clearly that it's a story of magical realism? We said before that magical realism indicates mysterious ending. Okay, mysterious ending. So the routine, ordinary lives of the characters contrast with the unreal and frightening takeover of the house. B. The lives of the characters are predictable and drawn in such detail that readers vividly recognize the everyday world. C. The supernatural setting, characters, and events are so unrealistic that readers are never allowed to see a parallel to the real world. D. The failure of the characters to respond realistically to events in the house by resisting the intruders invokes suspicion and distrust. This is the last question for today. So, what do you think?
I think it will be D. The
No,
failure.
no way.
Okay, A.
Yes, A. The routine, ordinary lives of the characters contrast with the unreal and frightening takeover of the house. If we are talking about Gothic literature, so we should talk about something scary, something unreal happening. So this is what we have here. Okay. So guys, we're going to complete this sheet. We still have some more exercises. We're going to discuss them next Sunday, inshallah. And as I told you that tomorrow I may not be here, so that's why I'm going to record the video of the lecture. You're going to find them in the video lectures. Okay, follow them please, and answer the home assignments on Classera, and see you inshallah next Sunday. Because maybe tomorrow I'm not going to be available for that. I'm going to make the PCR analysis. Thank you for everything. If you got any question, please mail me on Classera. Anytime, I'm here for this. Thank you. See you next time. Assalamu alaikum.
See you. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you so much.